Hi guys, this is Leela. Welcome to my channel Leela WebDev. So in the previous video we have learned about the concept of the useRef hook. So now I think that you have a clear understanding about the useRef hook. Now what we need to do is, so here I will try to explain you one scenario. So we'll try to solve that scenario. So for example, if I refresh this page, so when the first time when I am landing onto this app, I want my focus or I want my cursor to be directly on the search book so that I can search for the book. Here what I need to do here, so whenever I first come here, so I need to click on this one so that it can focus on that search box and I can type whatever I want. So instead of going into this one, so directly if that cursor is focused in that one search element, it will be better, right? So let's try to implement that scenario. So how we can implement it? So let's try to use the traditional way how we can do it. So this is our search component. So this is our search component which we are trying to see. And in this search component, so on the mounted, I want to fire it. So use effect. I will be using the use effect which should be imported from the React. So why we need to use the use effect is after the DOM is completely loaded. So this use effect will be fired. So in this use effect, so this should be fired at the mounted. So that means here I can use it like this. Now I want to catch the element. So here for catching the element, I will be giving the class name. So I will give it as a search. So let's catch the element. Input element is equal to document dot query selector of search. So I am using this element. Now I want to focus that element. So what we can do, input elim dot focus. That's it. So now we have focused on this element. Let's try to see the output for this one. So if you try to see the output for this one, if I refresh this page, automatically the focus is there on that one. So I can write the JavaScript or anything and I can do it. So like this we can do it. So automatically the focus is there. So now this is the method how we can implement this one. But we are trying to access the DOM element using a native or traditional JavaScript. We know that the React and all those things, Angular and React, everything, Vue.js, which is it. So it's a declarative programming. So we should not do it like this. We should not do with the traditional JavaScript. So we should implement with a declarative pattern. So how we can use it? So as we already learned about the useRef, right? So we can use the ref concept in order to access the DOM element. So accessing the ref or using the ref can be done in 3 steps. So let's try to implement that one. So first, in order to implement this one, so here I can call constant input ref is equal to useRef. So which should be not useReducer. We'll learn about this useReducer also. useRef. So at the first time it should be null. So now useRef should be imported from the React. So this you need to remember. So first step is completed. We have declared it. Now we need to bind this one to any of the input DOM element whichever you want to capture the reference. So here we need to use ref is equal to input ref. So we have captured the element. Now in the use effect, what we need to do is, so we need to capture this element. So let's try to console.log input ref dot current. Okay, so I already told you, right? It's an object. So all the data will be present in the current. Now if you try to see the output for this one, let's go into the console.log and I will try to show you in the console. So here you will be able to see the input element. So if I try to refresh this page, so I am able to capture the input element. Now using this ref, so what can I do here? So I can catch it and I can do input ref dot current dot focus. That's it. So we have implemented this one. So now if I try to refresh this page, the same thing happens, but this time also, so we are able to see that one has been focused. So like this, we need to use the ref concept in order to access the DOM element. So just we can declare this one using the useRef, and we need to bind it to the DOM element which you want to use that one, and you can use it directly like this. So now before closing this one, so what I want to do is, so another thing I want to explain you. So here I am here in this one. So I have searched for the JavaScript. Okay, I have searched for this element. Now when I press enter in the document, so automatically, so the cursor needs to move into the search. When I press enter in the document, automatically the cursor needs to go to the search element. So we need to implement this one. So for this, what we need to do? So again, we need to use this use effect only. So here what I can do is, so I can use the document dot add event listener. So we need to use the add event listener, and here I need to use the key down. Okay, and we can call a callback. So this is the callback, and here I will use the function callback, and you will be getting the event, and here I can write something like if e dot code is equal to enter, enter, and it should be something like enter. Then I need to focus on this element. Okay, so I can use the same thing. So that is I am using the callback. Now if you try to see the output for this one, so let's refresh this page, and here I came outside and I press enter. See, again the cursor is going back into this one. So now when the component has been unmounted or anything, so we need to clear the event listener. For this one, what we need to do, we used to write the cleanup function. So here I will write return document dot remove event listener of key down, and we need to provide the callback also for this one. So I have provided the callback also. That's it. So now we have implemented this scenario also. So now if you try to see here, let's go here into this one. So I will write the JavaScript. Okay, so we are able to get the data, and here I am able to get this one. So when I press enter, I am able to go to again to the search bar. But this time what I want to do is I want to clear this data. So how can I do this one? For in order to clear this data, here we have this method, right? Set query. So set query is nothing but which will clear the empty value, set query. So let's use this set query. Here this is a set query, and here I will write set query of empty. That's it, done. Now if you try to go here into this one, so let's try to go into this one, and I will write the JavaScript. Okay, and here if I press enter, so it is emptying up the data. So everything is working fine as usual. Now what I want to do is, so another scenario what I want to implement is, so here let's say that I will be using JavaScript, and if I press enter in this one only, so this entire text is getting empty. So this should not happen. So when I am already focused in this one, if I press enter, the search box should not become empty. So what can we do for this one here in this scenario? So we have a concept in such a way that, so here we can get the active element. So constant active element is equal to document dot active element. So now here you can write in such a way that if active element is not equal to input ref dot current. If it is not equal only, then I need to make this one as an empty. So that means the search box I need to make it as an empty, or otherwise you should not make it. That's it guys. So now it will work fine. Now if I try to press enter, so automatically the focus is there in this one. So now if I try to press JavaScript, and if I press enter, so JavaScript code will be present like this only. If I go outside and if I check some details and if I press enter again, so this search box will become empty and the focus is there. So this is how we will be implementing, we will be using the ref concept in the React element. So what I will try to do, I will commit this code in a new branch, video-77, and these are the useRef hook. Okay, now I will commit this entire code. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions or anything, the GitHub repository URL is provided in the description below. So if you want to refer the code or anything, means you can go and refer into the GitHub. So if you have any doubts or any suggestions, please post the comments below to this video. And if you like this video, please do support me by subscribing to my channel. Thank you.